Healthy Life Path TV, we've invited the owner of HR Consulting. Her name is Aline Ayoub, and she will be discussing about branding. Welcome, Aline.
Thank you, Chyrell. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, thank you.
Aline, what business do you run?
My business is all about helping people. You know, I spent more than 2 decades in human resources, working for large organizations like retail, pharmacy, and the food industry. And my passion is around people. So when a bug hit me, and that bug is starting your own business bug, it was very clear to me that I will be reaching out for the better of people's development and growth. We specialize with helping newcomers to Toronto transition to the Canadian marketplace, and we also partner with employers looking to be successful in the global and increasingly diverse local market.
So how does branding fit into your business?
When I decided to run my own business, I knew I couldn't rely on a marketing team, on a financial team. I knew I would have to learn to rely on myself. So I would have to make things happen, be independent, be a leader. I would have to attract clients and make money on my own. And I quickly realized that my upbringing actually did not prepare me for this venture. Coming from a very conventional background, I had to follow rules, I had to be obedient, and I wasn't prepared to enter to the real world of entrepreneurs. I knew, however, that as an entrepreneur, I had to be able to stand up and stand out. And wow, let me tell you, Chyrell, what a change. So I did a lot of soul searching in order to find that thing that will connect me with my customers. I spent a lot of time on setting my vision on what I wanted my brand to be with very limited investment. My brand is connecting with people, and everything my business does actually relate to that.
Can you explain what branding means?
When you think of branding for a product or a service, a brand is an image created in someone's mind. Products that are branded are very often chosen over similar products because they somehow have a perceived value of being better. Take, for example, a teenager choosing between a brand name of running shoes and an off-brand name. Which one you think he will choose?
He will choose the brand name running shoes.
Why? Because one product is being perceived as being better than the other one. So developing a career brand is branding you. It's a special promise or value that sets you apart. A brand makes you stand up, makes you stronger, makes you authentic, and makes you confident. This is what it did to me. Branding helps defining who you are and what you represent. A strong brand basically is the outcome of a SWOT analysis on yourself. It's a combination of your strengths and opportunities while recognizing your weaknesses and your threats. To build a successful personal brand, you need to leverage every asset and you need to pursue every opportunity.
So how does branding relate to personal development?
Thanks for asking this, Chyrell, because yes, it is important, and I know you guys with your products, taking care of personal developments is actually huge in your personal brand. So branding helps you create a standout personality and positions yourself as superior to the competition, all by utilizing the power of branding. Branding defines who you are and what you do. Branding is all about self-actualization in becoming who you were meant to be. For me, it is a quest to make a difference in people's lives. This is my brand.
So you mentioned about personal development. How about in professional development? How does branding relate to that?
You know, Chyrell, even the smallest idea can have such a big impact when positioned correctly. If you don't brand your business, trust me, other people will. Branding reflects the uniqueness of your product or your service and increases your visibility and the visibility of your business and keeps you in control of who you are and how you want others to perceive you. Branding connects you with your customer, and a brand makes your business easier to find. Also, you are able to build trust and recognition with your customer.
How is branding influenced by social media?
Social media, yeah, we hear about those buzzwords a lot lately, don't we? Well, I have to say it's the coolest thing that ever happened. Social media raises awareness and generates interest in not only who you are, but also what you represent. So remember though, social media is also accessible to your customers. So customers are looking for information and this information is available to them. Therefore, the competition is a lot stronger. So what you need to do is develop a social media strategy. You need to use your brand the same way across all medias. People reading you must recognize you. And social media is another way to raise awareness and generate interest to not only who you are, but also in what you represent. The best way I can describe this is when I think about music. For example, Chyrell, who's your favorite artist?
There's a lot of them, Aline, and one of them is Celine Dion.
So whenever you hear her music, you know it's her, right? So if your brand is consistent, then people will know it is you and your business, no matter how they connect with you. Remember, you are the brand.
What are the pitfalls of branding?
I'm sure, Chyrell, you are familiar with this expression. A reputation is hard to build, but quick to ruin. Well, the same thing applies to a brand. A brand is very hard to build and very quick to ruin. So the first thing people need to keep in mind is be positive. When you are posting on social media, when you're posting too much criticism, that will get the people wonder what is wrong with you, not the brand you are criticizing. And what I also say to my clients is that when you actually post, make sure that anything that you post online, you don't want your grandmother or even your worst enemy to know about. You need to make sure that it's consistent. So what this means is steadfastly express your brand across all communication vehicles. And remember, people are watching to see if your communication on Twitter, on your blog, on Facebook is consistent. Even if you are not consistent, well, people will actually start guessing who you are. So you need to create a unified brand. The second thing you need to be careful about is you need to be constancy, which is different from consistency. So what that means is basically a lot of people are very much tempted to mimic somebody else's brand in the hopes that it will work for them too. However, you adopt tactics that are not authentic to you. For example, let me just think about artists. There are so many artists in the world. If we think about Picasso, what made Picasso so interesting? Because he was different. And what I say to my client is, it's not enough to be known for what you do. You need to be known for what you do differently from others. The third thing is make sure that your brand is clear. Be clear about who you are and who you are not. It might sound like a good idea to embellish your skills. However, your brand will not recover if people find out that it's not you. It's a lot easier to say to your people that you don't know about something than to pretend and promise and then you drop the ball.
People always ask why I love singing. I love it. It's my passion.
hope to entertain, to touch people's lives. And make a difference in the world, one note at a time.